No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Orlando, Florida, the bounce house, home of the UCF Knights. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Knights will put total leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Red Raiders offense comes onto the field first today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snagged out of the air. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll do it himself. Nice move to keep running. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Knights have their offense in high gear. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. They're working that left side.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab on the left. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got his man in the middle. tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Knights send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that 1st down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Off the play fake on 1st down. This time he's got it. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads it left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And the Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The give to the tailback. Fights off a defender. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. The RPO, it's complete. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Powers through.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Off-play action on first down. Completes it in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Hand off from the shotgun. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. The Knights come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. From the gun, the running back has it. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Red Raiders want to move quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the ground with the back. Across the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's the end of the the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
First down, roughing the passer, defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. They'll give it to the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, and go on to the next play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Absolutely center cut. Now up by 7 points here in the second. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quick release by the QB. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. The quick out. Breaks into the open. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pucks it out of the air. Across the 25. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play. And a first down just outside the red zone. He wants to throw it again. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UCF! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick of a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Third down play from the gun. Working that left side now. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Here's the handoff. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. Catches it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped turning it on. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Holds and fires complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. It's complete to the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Knights are on the move. Power football with the run. Runs through the tackle. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now on 3rd down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Works the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Try to get it to the edge. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. They'll leave it with him. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. looking to fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, just pressure. You got to love the ability to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing a long yardage situation for your offense.
Yeah, life is chaotic for this quarterback right now, David. No doubt about it. This pocket is collapsing, and you saw it on that last play. He does not have time to set his feet, survey the field, and make an accurate throw.
Gets it out fast. Got room at the 35. There he goes. Running inside the 20. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Wants to go up top. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's at the 50. Past the 30. Inside the... No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Unloads quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Big guy smells it. Touchdown Knights! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Effective offense leading the way here in establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it downfield. He's got it on the outside. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Handoff from the gun. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. To the air on second down. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Holding.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Gonna sling it on second down. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. Jukes his way for more.
Well, on third down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
They boot it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. 10. Touchdown, UCF. Once he got some room, it was over.
The defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. His drive will open from the 15. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. They'll immediately call timeout. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
Second down coming up.
Back to pass on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might as well stick with him. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. The Knights are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Complete in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, he makes the catch. No chance to run, but still a good gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Good, right down the boulevard.
That makes the score UCF 34, Texas Tech 13.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got it.
Breaks into the open.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Knights are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Hands it off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The run to the left. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it.
Offense facing 4th down.
Trying to do it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Huge loss on the play. It's a turnover on downs.
The run from the shotgun. Turning it on. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got the back over the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 6 over Florida State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Pulls and fires complete. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They'll run play action. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looking downfield on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. The play action fake. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Sims. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Looking to throw on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Looking for room, it's Sims. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The Knights will line up to punt it away. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. The give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Red Raiders in the hurry up. He'll try it again. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll pull it on the read. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. The Red Raiders can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The inside handoff. Shakes off the defender. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on 4th down. He'll do it himself. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Knights come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quick release on the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Deep shot for the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Offense is stopped. Will be in front of down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. The RPO, it's complete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up. Oh, he's got some space. Defense picks it up. Past the 20. Touchdown, Knights. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 11 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left on 2nd and 8.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to...
Pulls it in down the sideline. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He caught it. And he's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. They'll stop him at the 1. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
2nd down.
They go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive.
34.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Snap it to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 1st down from the 30. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Running back with
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Off play action. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. Punt is in the air. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a little space. Got the 1st down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it along the sideline. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. A quick pass to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Now the play fake. He's going to take off. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Number 14 in punt formation to kick it away.
He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They jump on top here in OT.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score. Texas Tech 48, UCF 41.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got a man in the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. That's a fly. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, UCF! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Trying play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Field is condensed, not a lot of room to work with here on 3rd and goal in overtime. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking for the goal line. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Smashes it between the uprights. And now they regain the lead. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He'll do it himself. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.